they pretty much, because if you guys watched Halo Legends in the very beginning when Tom was explaining how the Flood first came into the galaxy, they came in on a meteor, which is a perfect capsule for containing life and something you want to travel in disease form, because it can contain frozen water and it can contain bacteria. So what I think the Forerunners did is they left known space. They fucking pretty much made the Flood, pretty much sent the Flood in on this fucking comet or on this fucking meteor or whatever, because it's like pretty much the ultimate, like it's the ultimate way to send in pretty much a disease. And they sent in the disease. The Forerunners were losing the war against the Flood. So the Forerunners essentially stacked together as many species, as sentient species as they can, and they picked human beings as their mantle. The human beings were the ones that would take the mantle. Like they would protect the galaxy. Now, as a lot of people think that human beings and Forerunners and Precursors are all genetically related on some level, only because like if you guys notice the Master Chief in the whole Halo series, he can touch Forerunner technology and make it work. Well, I think that has something to do with his bond with Cortana, which is, I think, something that they're going to go deeper into for Halo 4 and Halo 5 and all that stuff. That's just out there. I have no idea if that's going to be used at all, but it's not because he has Forerunner DNA or anything like that. He's related. The human beings are related to Forerunners. It's just because the Forerunners programmed everything so that they knew that human beings were the next to take the mantle, were the next protectors.
Yeah. Okay. So then, how come Covenant are always on Forerunner things? And I guess
because they could have chose any of the species to protect the galaxy. Like they could have easily picked the Elite. They could have, but they didn't. They picked human beings. And I think it's because we have that whole like luck thing. No matter what we do, we will survive kind of deal. That's what makes us special.
Oh my god. I'm trying everybody, dude.
So, okay, and then I understand about the Covenant. The Covenant are like, the Elites were a species like humans, like separate, and then Grunts were separate, and then...
Yep, they were all separate.
The Prophets were the only ones who were intelligent, I guess you could say, and brought them all together.
The Prophets were the only ones to actually start deciphering Forerunner technology, or at least understanding in a form where it could be replicated somewhat. And
the Elites had their own.
The Elites had their own deal going. They were pretty much like the closest thing I can describe the Elite race to is like a hybrid of the Mongolians and Japanese culture.
Yeah, just showed on.
Flag dropped. Flag taken.
Look at my fucking flag. Drop my canoe.
Flag dropped. Double kill. Flag dropped.
Okay, so they just kind of traveled around and were like nomads, sort of.
Oh, the fucking... You mean the Prophets?
No, the Elites.
No, the Elites stayed. The Elites didn't go off planet actually. The Elites didn't learn about off-planet technology and all that until the Covenant came.
Oh, okay. And the Covenant, like, who did it started out with the Prophets, and then who did they obtain?
It started out with a mixture of the Prophets and Jackals. The Jackals were pretty much their slaves by the looks of it.
Okay. Is this all explaining that Halo Legends stuff?
A lot of it is.
Some of it, you've got to, like, learn how to piece together a lot. Like, I think anybody here that knows what I'm talking about knows I've kind of pieced this together, like, from multiple kind of sources, and drew my own conclusion.
So, wait a minute, where did the Flood come from, you're saying?
The Flood are, I think, are creation of the Precursors, and a weapon to take out the Forerunners.
Halo
and
Waypoint or whatever, I thought there was like an article about it, like just talking about characters like Cortana and I thought on the waypoint, they said that the flood was created by the Forerunners, and yeah, and like the only reason why it got escaped was because of science facility breach or something.
Well, nothing, nothing's for certain yet in the story. Nothing's canon yet about how the flood or anything like that. But what I can say for certain is that I don't think that the flood were a creation of the Forerunners at all.
I think they were.
Like, look at their
343 Guilty Spark said that.
That's a contradiction. It wouldn't make sense if it would.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Because it wouldn't. Yeah, like I don't know. I really think that this doesn't flow. Like as a theory, it just doesn't flow. Could we mix up the teams after this game? No offense, I'm just fucking. It's kind of sad.
Well, like we missed it. We mixed it up like after Oasis King. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just like goofing around, having fun.
No, I just don't like one games.
Yeah,
I know.
Your connection, you're like, you constantly like crouch something, even in midair. It's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, Bungie started out with a great story. Like, you look at Call of Duty, there's no such thing as, like, all this story behind Call of Duty. It's just, like, a game. There's not this, like, about Gears of War, really. Like, I'm not sure about all those, like, Warcraft, those kind of games, but...
Oh my god. When you see some actual, if you actually give a shit about the lore. In all honesty, Halo Reach, the Fall of Reach is actually fucking one of the best stories. I was actually surprised. Like, I read
it's a really good book.
Yeah, I read a lot of feelings. That one is actually fucking very well done.
One shot behind rock.
Because it was pretty much a Star Wars novel, and I do read that author's Star Wars novels quite frequently.
It was written by Eric Nyland, who wrote The Fall of Reach, but it was really fucking good. Holy shit.
Fuck. Wow. You're fucking kidding me.
Alright, fuck your team, BR.
Man, I'm stuck right now. I'm Kid Cudi, listening to these people talk about Halo 4 and Halo Reach and whatever.
I'm gonna get sniped on my own side of the base.
Like, I'm getting spawn rates. I just don't even care. I'm just like, whatever.
Wow. Really? Top mid-range.
Spawn.
I just think if we would have stuck with Halo 3 and gone off of something good after 3, and not with Reach, then, I don't know. The
I
franchise,
personally don't think,
not really it's
I don't think it was
game.
necessary to professionally switch from Reach to 3. The only reason why they had to switch from Halo 2 to Halo 3 was because of the console switch and the generation switch.
Yeah.
Flag taken.
So, wait, you're saying there wouldn't be a Halo 3 if we didn't have the Xbox 360?
The only reason they even made Halo 3 is, well, part of the reason anyway, is because they didn't finish the story because they ran out of time.
Yeah.
That's kind of a twisting of my words, but I think what I more meant to say was, pretty much, I'm not saying that there would never been a Halo 3 without an Xbox 360, but I'm definitely saying that, I don't think if Halo 3 was on the original Xbox and it was shit, I don't think we would have switched from Halo 2 to Halo 3 competitively. But those were different times.
Flag.
A lot could have gone differently back then.
Flag.
MLG pushed it 360. I mean... I don't know. So, how long do you think MLG is gonna last?
Reset.
That's actually a really good question. I don't know if I'm gonna lie.
2004, like 2014 is current status. Maybe 10 years it just switches things around and starts doing things right.
I would love to see it go like another 10 years, but I'm not sure if it can because it's like kind of dying out.
I would not like to see it go 10 years if it's going the same way it's going now.
I think
Continues to go
Halo 3, like, well, you never know. I mean, Halo or MLG could be like at its highlight like right now because you know, StarCraft and everything. It has so many viewers, but I mean, like, think about it. In Halo 3, there was also like another big fan base for Halo, but that was a while ago.
The fan base is still there. Not to mention, okay, here's an example. In Halo 3 MLG, I could turn that shit on for my like friends that don't even like Halo. And we could watch it on my big screen, and everyone would be entertained. They would even go, "Oh, that was nasty," and stuff like that. To put on Reach, I can't keep them their attentions for more than 5 minutes.
I honestly can't even explain it. Like, I can't explain the differences. I just know 3 has no battle, or Reach has no battle rifle.
How the fuck is that? I don't know.
I don't know if it's the battle rifle. I just think the gameplay overall just is silly.
Yeah, like, I can't what's bad about the gameplay.
I think there's a lot of different things that are wrong with it. I think number one, the map selection in Halo Reach isn't as in depth as it was in Halo 2 or even Halo.
I think Halo might pick both quite a bit more. It might pick up like quite a bit more fans since, you know, Zero Bloom is coming out because it's more like Halo 3, you know, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
There's a severe lack of competitive maps that you can really build strategies around in new games. A lot of asymmetrical maps.
Shutter.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no maps like Construct. Like, that map was symmetrical, but it had so many different routes that made it symmetrical in a different way.
Minutes remain.
Like, I mean,
No, I think that Construct, really, if you set up for... See, that's the thing. Halo 3 maps, you had to set up in order to create choke points. In this game, everything's just so open. You can just rush
everything,
from anywhere.
Yeah, it's not killing so bad.
Yeah.
There's no flow. There's no flow to this.
Flag drop. Killing spree.
Like,
Flag
Lockout was
captured.
the best
Game over.
asymmetrical map ever that they ever made.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I think Pit is by far their best. There is
I like the Pit.
Yeah,
But the
like
Pit is
Halo
symmetrical.
3 Pit.
It is symmetrical. I said asymmetrical.
Oh, I thought you were saying... Oh, ace. Oh.